Oh, we got an echo. Oh man, what we doing this morning, chat? Double tap the screen, shut alive. What we doing this morning, chat? What's up, Mama Money? What's up, Art of War? Where we at, chat? Double tap the screen, shut alive out, man. Y'all locked this morning? Y'all locked, chat? There we go. Oh man! Double tap the screen, shut alive. What we doing this morning, chat? Double tap the screen, shut alive. What we doing this morning, chat? He's saying Trump calling for Armageddon. Iran calling for jihad. How and why this conflict may remain ongoing, man. What it do, Dorsey? Oh, that ain't Dorsey. What it do, Fries? Double tap the screen, shut alive out, man. What we doing this morning, chat? We finna get straight into it. We finna get straight all the way into it. I think Rubio came out and spoke yesterday. Y'all seen what I said, man. I've been telling y'all that they're trying to fulfill prophecy. They have objectives, man. We seen Netanyahu come out and say what? What did he say to Sean Hannity? This will usher in an era of peace that we can only dream of, man. That's why it happened on a Friday. That's why we got the blood moon yesterday, man. We finna get into it though, chat. Double tap the screen. Let's hit the algorithm, man. They're trying to fulfill prophecy right here. We understand that the Shias in Iran, they have martyrdom, they have jihad, and a lot of the people over there don't have that religious connection. So now we see Trump saying, "What? This is Armageddon, man. This is the war to end all wars, man." What are we talking about here? We seen his military leaders. I got the messages right here. I got the messages where the soldiers are saying their commanders coming in there telling them like, "Look, man, Trump is anointed by God, man, ready to lead us through this Armageddon, man. Christ about to come back." That's what he's telling them. Then you got in Iran, one of the head members in Iran, he's calling for jihad. Well, I think he's in Iraq. I think he was Iraqi born, but basically they're trying to unite the Shias for this jihad. So we see a lot going on right now. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. We're gonna get straight all the way into it, man. We're not even gonna waste no time. Let's get straight into it. We are gonna watch that video too, that game theory video from what's that professor? I don't know, predictive history. I forgot the professor's name. I actually didn't forget it. I just don't know how to say it. But this is what we got going right here, man. Um, I'm gonna read this. I guess it's an email or a letter. Is it an email? Okay. This is what it is. It's an email dated March 2nd, 2026. To militaryreligiousfreedom.org. It said, Mr. Weinstein, thank you for taking my calls and the calls of some of my colleagues to what happened earlier this morning with our combat unit. Please protect my identity and the identity of those I'm speaking for as we discuss. Our unit is not currently in a combat zone or AOR regarding the Iranian attacks, but we are in a ready support function where we could be deployed there at any moment to join and augment the combat operations as participants. I am a NCO, rank withheld, in our unit. This morning, our commander opened up the combat readiness status by briefing by urging us not to be afraid as to what is happening with our combat operations in Iran right now. He urged us to tell our troops that this was all part of God's divine plan. He specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelations, referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. He said that President Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal of fire in Iran and cause Armageddon and mark his return to earth. He had a big grin on his face when he said all of this, which made his message seem even more crazy. Our commander would probably be described as Christian. So that's what's going on right there. They don't want to be murdered. All right, man, let's get on, man. That's crazy, bro. Let's hear what Rubio's saying, man. We finna get into what Rubio said. Then we're going to get into that game theory and check out Trump did a sit-down as well. I believe he did a sit-down with the German leader yesterday. I didn't check out that sit-down with the German leader. Let's get into Rubio. I seen a video of an American lady. She says she's been stuck over there since February 24th. She's tried to book 3 flights home. They've all been canceled, and she's begging for help. She just wants to come home. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear the browser? Can y'all hear what I'm playing? Chat. Press 1 if y'all can hear Rubio talking, man. Oh shit, y'all can't hear Rubio. Hold on. Let me make sure.
This information to you and coordinate appropriately. And it'll be a variety of methods. Charter flights.
All right. Press 1 if y'all can hear Rubio now.
All right, we know how that ended. My apologies to Senator Graham. We got to jump over here. Senator Rubio speaking before he heads in there. We'll listen to this real quick.
9,000 Americans have been able to leave the region since the start of this war. We have about 1,500 Americans that are requesting assistance with departure. We have identified and continue to identify charter flights.
Can y'all hear it now?
And expanded commercial flight options, meaning working with the airlines to send bigger airplanes with more seats, and the combination of those 3 things. The impediment we're facing now, in many cases, we've had a couple instances in which we have planes in the air and on the way, and unfortunately the airspace gets closed and they have to turn back around, so we're working through those challenges. Here's the message I want to deliver Americans who are in the Middle East and in need of assistance. It is very important, and I ask this of the networks as well. It is important for you to please put both the website and the phone numbers on your screens, because we need people. We need to know where you are. We need to know. We need to have contact information for Americans that need assistance. They have to register with us, because as these options begin to open up, and as they open up, we have to be able to call you. We have to be able to reach you. We have to be able to know where you're staying, so we can get this information to you and coordinate appropriately. And it'll be a variety of methods: charter flights, military flights and transports, expanded commercial opportunities, and in some cases land routes that will allow them to go to neighboring countries who might have open airports at that point. So it's a lot of different things here that need to happen in order to move people, but it all starts by knowing that you're there. It all starts by knowing that where you are and how we can get a hold of you. So I'm asking the networks and all of the media outlets, please publicize the 2 phone numbers that we've put out.
See, chat, that's why me and Money took our stance last year. Like, now's not the time to be going every fucking where. I'm sorry, it's the morning show. Double tap the screen. I hope everybody's having a great morning, whether they just now woke up or they already at work. But now's not the time to be going everywhere. I've held this stance for like a year and a half now. It's not the damn time to just be frolicky and just going any damn where.
As well as the website, so people can contact us and register. We've had, thousands of people call already.
Andre, I seen what Spain did, said that they didn't want to let the U.S. use their military bases, and Trump was like, man, what do you mean we can't use y'all's bases to launch attacks? I seen that.
So we've identified 1,500, almost 1,600 that are requesting assistance with departure, but we need you to please be able to identify that. As I came in, I also saw the media reports about Dubai's consulate. The last update I had with seconds before getting before these cameras was that a drone unfortunately struck a parking lot adjacent to the Chancellery building and set off a fire in that place. All personnel are accounted for. As you're aware, we began drawing down personnel from our diplomatic facilities in advance of this. In the cases, for example, of Beirut, we basically drew down to bare bones, as well as in Baghdad and in Rubio and in a couple other posts as well. So we've been very fortunate, obviously, but our embassies and our diplomatic facilities are under direct attack from a terroristic regime.
Chat, hit the like button.
With an update, I will obviously refer you to the Department of War. Suffice it to say that our objectives remain as they've been identified from the beginning and by the President laid out clearly yesterday. Iran can never have a nuclear weapon, and we will now not allow Iran to hide behind the immunity of a massive short-term ballistic missile inventory or the ability to make them or launch them. And so CENTCOM, in a joint operations, is carrying out a systematic destruction of their missile belt, destruction of their launchers, and destruction of their ability to make these, as well as the destruction of their Navy. From what I've been told by the Department of War, everything is on or ahead of schedule.
So they said we've sunk 11 of their ships. 11 of the Iranian naval ships have been sunk.
Proceeding on these objectives, we have every confidence in the world that these objectives will be achieved. The last point I would make is, and I said this yesterday and I repeat, what's about to, you're about to see, we're going to unleash Chang on these people in the next few hours and days. You're going to really begin to perceive a change in the scope and in the intensity of these attacks as, frankly, the two most powerful air forces in the world take apart this terroristic regime and defang it and take away its ability to threaten its neighbors or hide behind a zone of immunity that allows them to develop their nuclear ambitions. This terroristic, radical, cleric-led regime cannot be ever allowed to have nuclear weapons. We saw what they were willing to do to their own people. They were willing to slaughter their own people in the streets. Imagine what they would do to us. Imagine what they would do to others. Under President Trump, that will never, ever happen. All right?
Yesterday you talked about Israel. Mr. Secretary.
Please, guys, I can't hear them all. Yes.
Yesterday, you told us that Israel was going to strike Iran and that's why we needed to get involved. Today, the president said that Iran was going to get
Yeah, your statement is false. So that's not what I was asked very specifically. Were you there yesterday?
Yes, I asked
Okay.
a question.
No, were you the one that, because somebody asked me a question yesterday, did we go in because of Israel? And I said, you were asking me that, that follow-up. And I said, no. I told you this had to happen anyway. The president made a decision, and the decision he made was that Iran was not going to be allowed to hide behind its ballistic missile program, that Iran was not going to be allowed to hide behind its ability to conduct these attacks. That decision had been made. The president systematically made a decision to systematically destroy this terroristic capability that they had, and we carried that out. I was very clear in that answer. This was a question of timing, of why this had to happen as a joint operation, not the question of the intent. Once the president made a decision that negotiations were not going to work, that they were playing us on the negotiations, and that this was a threat that was untenable, the decision was made to strike them. That's what I said yesterday, and you guys need to play it. If you're going to play these statements, you need to play the whole statement, not clip it to reach a narrative that you want to do, all right?
This is your statement, Mr. Secretary.
Go ahead.
What do you make of the War Powers resolution that's being considered here in Congress?
I mean, the Congress votes on those. They can if they want. There's mechanisms for it. We've complied with the War Powers Act, even though we believe it's unconstitutional, as has every other administration. Every other president has found the War Powers Act to be unconstitutional. Nonetheless, We notified Gang of Eight, which was an appropriate mechanism by which to notify Congress. We sent the notification within 48 hours, the way the law requires. I'm here today to have, I don't know, my 6th or 7th briefing before the entirety of the House and Senate, which is far more than I ever got from any administration in the time that I was here, certainly when I was a member of the Gang of Eight. And so we've over-complied with the law and what it requires. This is an action by the president to address a real threat. This is hostilities designed to eliminate a threat to the safety and the security of the United States and to our allies.
All right, Chad, that's Rubio. He's pretty much saying what he said yesterday. Hegseth just did a whole statement. We're going to go to Hegseth to see what the damn Pentagon got to say. They saying the Pentagon released a statement, man. We finna get into it. Let's see.
Up and see to make sure that we succeed. Second, we are only 4 days into this. And the results have been incredible. Historic, really. Only the United States of America could lead this. Only us. But when you add the Israeli Defense Forces, a devastatingly capable force, the combination is sheer destruction for our radical Islamist Iranian adversaries. They are toast, and they know it. Or at least, soon enough, they will know it. And we have only just begun to hunt,
Chat, hit the like button.
demoralize, destroy, and defeat their capabilities. Just 4 days in.
What's up, Andre?
Starting last night and to be completed in a few days, in under a week, the two most powerful air forces in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace. I hope all the folks watching understand what uncontested airspace and complete control means. It means we will fly all day, all night, day and night, finding, fixing, and finishing the missiles and defense industrial base of the Iranian military, finding and fixing their leaders and their military leaders, flying over Tehran, flying over Iran, flying over their capital, flying over the IRGC, Iranian leaders looking up and seeing only U.S. and Israeli air power.
Hit the like button, chat.
Of every day until we decide it's over. And Iran will be able to do nothing about it. B-2s, B-52s, B-1s, Predator drones, fighters, controlling the skies, picking targets. Death and destruction from the sky all day long. We're playing for keeps. Our warfighters have maximum authorities granted personally by the president and yours truly. Our rules of engagement are bold, precise, and designed to unleash American power, not shackle it. This was never meant to be a fair fight, and it is not a fair fight. We are punching them while they're down.
Thank you, Robert. You said gas is $3.10. Hannibal said it's $4.55. How much is gas in y'all's area right now today, chat? I told you guys on Saturday that gas was going to push up $3 immediately, and here we are at $3 gas immediately. How much is gas where you guys are? Be sure to hit the like button on your way in, man.
Which is exactly how it should be. Thus far, Operation Epic Fury has delivered twice the air power of shock and awe of Iraq in 2003. Minus Paul Bremer and the nation building. The campaign has 7 times the intensity of Israel's previous operations against Iran during the 12-day war. 7 times. And as President Trump said, more and larger waves are coming. We are just getting started. We are accelerating, not decelerating. Iran's capabilities are evaporating by the hour, while American strength grows fiercer, smarter, and utterly dominant. More bombers and more fighters are arriving just today. And now, with complete control of the skies, we will be using 500 pounds.
So with gas hitting $3 now, those are actually the gas station just pricing this shit in. Let's be honest. They didn't have to raise gas prices immediately, but they did. That's just how it works. They're pricing this shit in. With the Strait of Hormuz being effectively shut down, you know, Iran doesn't have it blocked off, but nobody wants to insure that shit. Nobody wants to send their boats through. That's why we got Trump saying what yesterday? We will escort them if we have to. Then what happens? They said we just lost $1 billion radar. When we watch this professor at lecture after this, he's gonna show you how like the GCC countries are kind of down here on the flat plains and they're just totally exposed to the Iranian, their missiles in the mountains. They can just pew, pew, pew. So I just want to know how the hell are we gonna escort these tankers through this Strait of Hormuz if shit, they're on the mountainside looking down. Like, I don't know, man. Sounds kind of exposed to me, Chad, but we'll get into it in a minute. What's up, Perry?
2,000-pound GPS and laser-guided precision gravity bombs, of which we have a nearly unlimited stockpile. We used
precision gravity bomb
at the start, but no longer need to. Our stockpiles of those, as well as Patriots, remains extremely strong.
My thing is this. This is what I'm wary about. Is Trump saying that we'll personally escort those tankers through the Strait of Hormuz? With it being right there, I just believe that's like really exposed, man. That's like really exposed. And we know that the Iranians are going to want to get a win, whether it's a short-term win or a long-term win. Blowing up a tanker that's being escorted or blowing up the escorts, man, that shit would be crazy, bro. That's gonna, change the narrative. That's gonna change the narrative of the whole shit, man. If Trump sends sends our Navy out there to escort these tankers, man, and we see the layout, the lay of the land. You got the GCC countries down here. You got Iran right there in the mountains. You got that little bitty strait right there. I don't know if y'all have ever, played a game or just thought about how important high ground is, man. When you got high ground, you can kind of look down on everything. Now that shit's a little scary, and I'm a little weary of that, Chad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little weary of. I believe that's why we got Maduro. We want to secure Cuba, because if this strait shuts down, we'll be all right for a while as Americans. We have to understand that Japan gets like 75% of their oil through there. What is it? India gets 60%. This shit is crazy, Chad. It's all working. It's all part of the plan. Now that we see that Maduro was a soft launch for this. Maduro was a soft launch for this Iranian conflict.
The enemy can no longer shoot the volume of missiles they once did, not even close. And the chairman will lay out some of those percentages. So our air defenses and that of our allies have plenty of runway. We can sustain this fight easily for as long as we need to. And as I said yesterday, we set the terms. Now, you may not see much of it because the IRGC shut off the internet to the entirety of the country. They blind their people on purpose.
Yes, Venezuela is still controlled by the same regime. Reports are coming out that this Iranian regime is willing to sit down and talk as well. And they're saying Trump's contemplating whether letting this regime stay in place if they're going to be more favorable. That just came out as of this morning. We'll cover that here in a minute. But yes, Venezuela is still controlled by the same regime, but we have control of the oil. We got control of that, So with the Strait of Hormuz being cut off, this is where you go back into the Monroe Doctrine, the Dunroe Doctrine, the maritime dominance, Western Hemisphere, lock the whole Western Hemisphere down. Because that Strait of Hormuz, man, that's going to fuck a lot of people up. But guess what? As Americans, we just secured Maduro and all of Maduro's shit.
Just like they killed their own.
It's crazy. Seeing all of this play out. Hindsight's 2020, Chad. Like, hindsight's 2020. Seeing all of this play out, hearing Rubio say that Israel was going to attack regardless. So we were going to be proactive and join in on the attack instead of reactive, waiting for our bases to get hit. So then that puts us in a timeline. We go back, we're like, oh shit, the Strait of Hormuz, that's so important. Prices could, the global economy could fucking tank because of this little bitty ass strait right here. So let's go snatch Maduro out of his fucking sleep, secure their oil, so while this shit is going on over there, at least we'll be all right. We'll, kind of curve the blow. We'll curve the blow a little bit.
The volume of missiles Iran was able to shoot in the first few days, And sadly,
What the fuck you mean we don't control anything in Venezuela, man? They're getting kickbacks on their own shit right now, Hannibal. Venezuela's getting kickbacks on their own shit. That's crazy, ain't it? That you get a kickback on your own shit. It's crazy, ain't it?
as we projected, a few got through and killed 6 of our best, who will hopefully arrive home soon. We will avenge them, no doubt. But I liken Iran's predicament to a football team who scripted the first 20 plays of a game. The team knew.
When I say we control Venezuela's oil, I mean, if anything happens, you know what the fuck's finna go on, man. They just went in there, snatched Maduro. They got a favorable deal going on right now. So we'll be all right, is what I mean. Now, if some shit goes on and they try to cut us the fuck off, what do y'all think's gonna happen, man? They finna go right back in that bitch. Right back in that bitch. We're talking about the global economy right here. We're talking about energy right here. Do you honestly think we don't control that shit? We just went snatch Maduro and got 300 million barrels, man. Let's be honest.
What plays to run because their first few drives were scripted. But now that the game has started and the blitz is on, they don't know what plays to call, let alone how to get in the huddle and call those.
No, see, this is what it was. See, you missing the point, Hannibal. I'm glad you said that. You said our oil company's not even attempting to go into Venezuela. What are you talking about? See, when Trump had that meeting with the oil companies, oil had tanked. Oil was down to $54 because the market was flooded and shit couldn't get insured. Right now, with the Strait of Hormuz being closed, what the fuck is oil doing? It's shooting to the roof. It's already damn near at $80. If it's not at $80, it's finna push to 100. What does that do? That gives incentive to the oil companies to make a move, especially if this is going to be an ongoing conflict. Japan is already saying if that strait closes down, they're fucking cooked in 9 months. They're cooked. They won't have any oil. They run out of oil in 9 months if that strait shuts down, man.
Plays. Iran's senior leaders are dead. The so-called governing council that might have selected a successor, dead, missing, or cowering in bunkers, too terrified to even occupy the same room.
See, you said, so all you're worried about is the price of oil. That's where you're missing the point. Oil is a driving factor into a lot of these countries that may or may not get involved in this conflict. If your country and your citizens will not have energy and are about to fucking die or may be in trouble, you have to get involved in the war. You have to. China's getting 40% of their oil from over there. What is it? Yeah, 40% of their oil from over there. Eventually, the oil is going to make China fucking move. Japan is getting 75% of their oil from over there. Eventually, the fucking oil is going to make people move. So, no, it's not all about oil in my head. This is what's actually going on, man. This shit is going on. Don't worry about it. We finna play the lecture from the professor that's going viral after this. I'll let y'all hear from the professional, the game theory geopolitical professional. I'll let y'all hear from his ad.
Senior generals, mid-level officers, enlisted ranks, they can't talk or communicate, let alone mount a coordinated and sustained offensive. That's not great for morale. The Iranian Air Force is no more, built for 1996, destroyed in 2026. The Iranian Navy rests at the bottom of the Persian Gulf. Combat ineffective, decimated, destroyed, defeated, pick your adjective. In fact, last night, we sunk their prize ship, the Soleimani. Looks like POTUS got him twice.
Hit it twice?
Pick your adjective, it is no more. In fact, yesterday, in the Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there, an American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo. Quiet death. The first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II. Like in that war, back when we were still the War Department, we are fighting to win. Also, yesterday, the leader of the unit who attempted to assassinate President Trump has been hunted.
Okay, Mama Money's over there across the pond. She said gas is around $8 a gallon where she is at, man. Damn. But I believe they charge by the liter over there. So when you do the conversion, it's around $8 over there where she's at. That's fucking insane, bro.
Down and killed.
I had to pull my motorcycle back out, Chad. I be a little nervous riding my motorcycle now. I just don't want nobody to try to take me out on a fucking motorcycle. You know what I'm saying?
Iran tried to kill President Trump, and President Trump got the last laugh. Now, this is not a mission accomplished situation. This is simply a reality check. The combination of U.S. and Israeli intelligence.
And when I say take me out, I'm not talking about no spooky shit. I'm talking about a motherfucker that just don't like what I'm saying over here, man. They might see me on my damn motorcycle one day and take it a little too far, man. Road rage is crazy in Arkansas, Chad.
And combat power will control Iran, and will control it soon. Sure, Iran will still be able to shoot some missiles, and still be able to launch one-way attack drones at civilian targets. And their proxies will attempt to attack our embassies, bases, and soft targets. They are terrorists, after all, and they need to target civilians because they can't fight toe-to-toe. But we will find them, and we will kill them. This is what the fake news misses. We've taken control of Iran's airspace and waterways without boots on the ground. We control their fate. But when a few drones get through, or tragic things happen.
So that's another thing over there too, Chad, that we're going to see in this lecture that we're about to play. When he says we control their water, we control their waterways without boots on the ground, that's very important, man. That's very important. I'm glad Hicks has said that, because the GCC countries, they're fucked. They don't have any water. Iran doesn't really have any water. I think Iran, what is it? They consume about four times more water than they produce. So water is going to be a big thing over there to that population. Then the GCC countries, some of those shit's like 16,000. They consume like 16,000 more percent water than they produce. So shit's about to get real, or has potential to get real.
It's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president look bad, but try for once to report the reality.
We reporting the reality. According to P. Higgs, man, they controlling Iranian waterways without boots on the ground. If that is true, that is great. I'm not gonna lie. If that's true, that's great.
The terms of this war will be set by us at every step. As I said Monday, the mission is laser focused. Obliterate Iran's missiles and drones and facilities that produce them, annihilate its navy and critical security infrastructure, and sever their pathway to nuclear weapons. Iran will never possess a nuclear bomb, not on our watch.
$4, Essence.
And this is why President Trump's moral clarity on Iran today is so vital. Unlike the past, where vague red lines and endless negotiations let Iran fund terror and...
Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Germany. You said you don't need a car. Germany bus system is great. Shout out to Germany. Welcome in. You said gas is $3.89 in my area today. Listen, Chad, if I walk outside this motherfucker and gas is yesterday gas was like, why am I freezing up? The fuck is going on? Yesterday gas was right under $3. I think I paid $2.70 something. You know, I had some little points and shit. But yeah, if I walk out there today and gas is $3, I don't know, I might just go back in the house, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Inch ever so slightly toward a bomb. This president.
And then, Chad, everything that I got right now is a V8, Chad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have to go holler at somebody and get me a little, you know what I mean, Chad. I might have to go get me a little box car, a little 99 Honda or something, Chad. I'm telling you, man, everything I got over here is a V8, man. We talking about $4 a gallon, man. I might have to put them bad boys out.
Plainly and acts decisively. No more.
Real shit.
At its weakest. No more letting Tehran play for time while our people pay the price. His leadership ensures that we finish what we start, and that we protect our warfighters by crushing the enemy before they can strike again. Our offensive operations, refined through months of relentless preparation, are unstoppable. And our defensive efforts are unprecedented. We have from the start put the protection of our troops ahead of everything else. Before we very publicly built up offensive combat power, we quietly ensured that our defensive posture and power was in place. And as we built up offensive combat power, we moved the vast majority of American troops, over 90% of Americans that were on our bases, what we say off the X, out of the range of Iranian fire. Our defensive shield is equally
Good deal.
the most sophisticated air and missile defense
Shay, hit the like button.
Thousands of Iranian missiles and drones have been intercepted and vaporized. Tens of thousands of American and allied lives protected. We have pushed every counter-UAS system possible forward, sparing no expense or capability. And like I said, this does not mean we can stop everything, but we ensured that the maximum possible defense and maximum possible force protection was set up before we went on offense. In closing, as President Trump told German Chancellor Merz yesterday, Iran negotiated in bad faith, stalling, scheming, and preparing to strike. And we acted decisively to defend our people, our interests, and our allies. President Trump took bold...
That's what I'm saying, Chad. So it's all about the timeline, man. It's all about the timeline. We seen the military commander saying that Trump's the anointed one, man. He's leading us, he's lighting the fire in Iran to start Armageddon, man, to bring Christ back, man. And we see Netanyahu saying, he's telling Sean Hannity's got to be fucking in on it because he just lobbed the question at him. Netanyahu caught it like he was wide open on the damn 10-yard line and was like, yes, we're going to usher in an era of peace that we could only dream of. What the fuck does usher in? Why would he even use that kind of shit, Chad, man? These folks trying to bring back the Christians trying to bring Jesus back. These folks trying to bring back their Savior, man. This shit's going on. It takes me back to what was that dude we watched where he said they sacrificed the red heifer? They had that man living in the house for like 28 years, didn't never touch the ground. His feet never touched the earth. Talking about they sent 5 of those Texas red heifers over there, man. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that, man? He said we told him that it was going to be a fake ceremony, but it was actually the real ceremony. Now we see this shit starting, Chad. Come on, man. Come on, man. Whether you believe in the good in the book, whether you don't believe in the book, whether it's the New Testament, the Torah, whatever, man, these folks got it going on, bro. It's going on to them. It's going on.
Bold action, putting America first, the kind of bold action that the American people elected him to execute.
Yeah, we still paying bills if Jesus come back.
To our steadfast partner, Israel, your mission is being executed with unmatched skill and iron determination. Fighting shoulder to shoulder with such a capable ally is a true force multiplier and a breath of fresh air. We salute your courage and your contribution. 4 days in, we have only just begun to fight. America fights to win, and in Operation Epic Fury, we are.
Think about it. Trump could not be up there talking about bringing back Armageddon, man. Trump couldn't be the military commanders, or if it was a order that came down from somebody to tell all the troops that, man, he couldn't be talking about that shit, man, unless they had already had some shit going on with the red heifer over there, man. I remember last year when we talked about it, man. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I know a lot of y'all are leaving. Y'all don't want to hear this shit. I'm sorry. It is what it is. This is what I'm watching this shit go on, chat.
May God's providence cover and protect our troops always. And with that, I turn it over to the chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm here today to provide the American people and those of you in this room an update on Operation Epic Fury. First, it's with profound sadness and gratitude that I share the names of 4 of our 6 fallen heroes, all from the 103rd Sustainment Command U.S. Army Reserves out of Des Moines, Iowa. Captain Cody Cork, Sergeant First Class Noah Tegens, Sergeant First Class Nicole Amore, and Sergeant Declan Cody. To the families of our fallen,
Prayers to the families, man.
And we look forward to welcoming your family members home at Dover in the coming days. Out of respect for the other families, we'll withhold the release of their names until next of kin notification is complete. And either myself or Admiral Cooper will release those names as soon as we can ensure that all of those families have been properly notified. To our Gold Star families, to our wounded warriors and their loved ones, we will never forget your sacrifice. Our nation stands with you, and we are eternally grateful for your courage, your resiliency, your devotion to this mission and to our nation. As the Secretary said, we're 4 days in, 103 hours into this campaign. The operation was again launched with clear military objectives designed to dismantle Iran's ability to project power outside of its borders, both today and in the future. First, we are targeting and eliminating Iran's ballistic missile systems to prevent them from threatening the U.S. Forces, partners, and interests in the region. Second, we are destroying the Iranian Navy, degrading its capacity, capability, and ability to conduct operations, not just in the Central Command AOR, but as the Secretary showed in the video, around the world. Third, we're ensuring Iran cannot rapidly rebuild or reconstitute its combat capability or combat power, and those phases will begin as the campaign continues. As of this morning, U.S. Central Command is making steady progress. Iran's theater ballistic missile shots fired are down 86% from the first day of fighting, with a 23% decrease just in the last 24 hours. And their one-way attack drone shots are down 73% from the opening days. This progress has allowed CENTCOM to establish localized air superiority across the southern flank of the Iranian coast and penetrate their defenses with overwhelming precision and firepower. We will now begin to expand inland, strike.
All right, chat. Y'all getting the fuck up out of here. Y'all really weren't trying to hear that, huh? I see that. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, chat. Let's get into this, man. I really should just start the live over, bro. It really ain't nobody, too many people in here. I should just reset the live. Literally took out the supreme leader in the military in the first 5 hours. Yeah, chat, I'm finna restart this live, man. Get us a fresh algorithm or something because we ain't got nobody in here, bro. I don't know. I know I'm shadow banned, but damn. So I'm finna end this live and I'm just gonna fucking restart it, bro. Oh shit, some people coming in. You just not radicalized. Preparing means you're ready for it, though. I don't know, Chad. I'm trying to shake this shadow ban, bro. It's like ever since I started back doing the panels where we debate and people just talk fucking crazy all night, I've been shadow banned, bro. Like they've been trying to get me up out of here. But yeah, I'm finna reset this though. I'm gonna be right back, Chad. Give me like 2-3